What's up, gamers? This video took a very long time to make. Well, actually it didn't. It just took me a long time to feel like making it. Now, why is that? Well, hating things is easy. Hating things is fun. But liking things takes a lot out of me. Because if I hate a song and then someone calls me stupid, they're probably just some dumb kid. But if I like a song and someone calls me stupid, that makes me feel like the dumb kid. And I don't want to be a dumb kid anymore. I've had like 19 years of being a dumb kid. I'm done with that shit. God, if only there was some song out there about being confident when placed in a vulnerable position. No, try again.
I do my hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
There we go. You know, I like the idea of Truth Hurts, but I feel like it's greatly improved by the inclusion of some actual chords. I also don't really know if I like the way Truth Hurts kind of toes the line between confidence and arrogance. Good as Hell does not have that problem. It is nothing but uplifting.
All the big fights, long nights that you've been through. I got a bottle of tequila I've been saving for you.
Good stuff. I like it. And yes, I know it came out in 2016. Who cares? Did you know about this song in 2016? This isn't actually a thing that matters. Don't bring it up.
This is the best song ever made in the world.
Huh? Packing the mail, it's gone. She like I smell cologne. Yeah, I just signed a deal, I'm on.
You know what? I like this guy. He's cool. He's nice. Got a nice little voice, cute little flow. He's cute. I'd fuck him. But would I let him fuck me? Probably not. And that's why this song's only number 14.
I'm the type to let niggas think that I'm broke until I pop out with $1 million. And take 20K and put that on your head and make one of your partners come kill you.
God, with what feels like year after year after year of new rappers popping up out of nowhere with terrible gimmicks ranging from sounding like Migos to sounding like Future to having committed horrible crimes, it's genuinely really refreshing to hear a new guy pop out of nowhere whose gimmick is just that he's an energetic, witty guy who can be funny when he wants to be. Which used to just be the bare minimum, but fuck it, what do I know?
Other songs are good, even some are really good.
I got the horses in the bag.
Yeah, I guess I was that other guy. I'm not entirely sure that I get Old Town Road, but I am incredibly glad that it happened. I mean, it is objectively hilarious that Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men got outcharted by some 20-year-old dude's weird country trap fusion about cheating on his girlfriend with a horse, or at least I think that's what that song's about. Also, Old Town Road was a song that showed the world that you don't need to make a 3.5-minute song to have a hit. Props for that. I mean, really, when's the last time you sat down and thought to yourself, I could really go for 4 straight minutes of Migos right now? Brevity is the soul of wit. So thank you, Old Town Road, for showing us that pop songs can be really short and also really good. Wait, did I just say Old Town Road? Oh, no, I meant the other one.
Hey Panini, don't you be a meanie. Thought you wanted me to go, why you trying to keep me teeny?
I really do admire how compact this song is. In less than 2 minutes, we get 2 verses, 2 choruses, and a bridge. It's really impressive. I mean, it's weird to say, right? The song is good because it's short. It sounds like an insult. And it is one. I mean, if this song were a full 4 minutes, I would absolutely hate it, no question. It's a very tense song, which is why it works great in short bursts. It's like salt and vinegar chips. You get a nice little handful, it's great. You eat the whole bag, your mouth hurts and you feel like shit. And you know, salt and vinegar chips aren't for everyone. They're really strong, they've got a bass line that veers a little bit off key every now and then, they're sandwiched by this weird whistly thing. But you know what? I like the whistly thing. And I think the tinted bass line adds a lot of personality to the chips. I may have mixed my metaphors a bit. Moving on now.
But they are not the best songs ever made in the world.
So I guess Sam Smith's non-binary now. That's cool. I guess they're no longer suffering from male pattern baldness, just regular pattern baldness.
How do you sleep when you lie to me? All that shame and all that danger.
I always kinda liked Sam Smith's older stuff, you know, the old, slower, ballad-type songs, as well as that one in-between kind of song they had with Normani on it. They're good. I like them. But I always had this gut feeling that they'd be amazing on top of an actual beat.
Tonight, tell me, how do you...
This is one of those songs that hits all the right notes for me. I don't even really know why. It's one of those 6s that I think is an 8. It's got a very smooth atmosphere, and I could say 1 or 2 more little pretentious things right here, but I really don't feel like it.
It has a lot of good beats and a lot of good singing.
A lot of people got really mad at me for putting the London on my worst list and saying it sounds like In My Feelings. To clarify, I only put it on the worst list to complete the joke. The London is a very good song.
Meet me at the London. If you find time, we can run one. Talk about some things we can undo.
Yeah, just kind of a masterpiece. J. Cole's putting in some effort, Young Thug's just kind of being himself, and Travis Scott is hitting us with a surprisingly good chorus. I really like the way it just kind of pops in, it's weirdly satisfying.
Hey, fuck your YG, I put something on your sonogram, I'm the man.
Meet me at the London.
It's very different from most other Travis Scott songs I've heard, mainly because I've only heard like 4 Travis Scott songs, but I think I prefer this to anything else I've heard from him. You know, it's not too loud, it's not drowning in its own production. Travis Scott has this tendency to kind of get lost in his own style. You can actually kind of see a glimmer of this on the London in that bit at the end where he kind of just does his thing, but it really works here because he does it for exactly enough time to both make an impact and not overpower everything else.
I knew.
It's a really good song. I like it a lot. And it does sound a lot like In My Feelings. I had a couple people on my last video try to argue that it doesn't. It does. It does. I will absolutely double down on this. And hey, now that I like the song, I guess it actually doesn't matter that I think it sounds like something else. So, don't bring it up.
And the music is so good that even scientists don't know what it is.
Number 10 is Easier by 5 Seconds of Summer. No, not that one. This one.
Why do we always gotta run away when we wind up in the same place?
I was honestly blown away the first time I came across the real version of this song. The one I heard on the radio all the time was the Charlie Puth remix, which, well, I think I'm getting sick of Charlie Puth all over again. He's a one-trick pony. Have you guys heard his recent single, Mother? Don't. It's fucking awful. It's the worst version of that one song he's made 7 times now. You know the one. Dark, quiet, empty, take a decent bass line, milk it for all it's worth, twiddle around with a muted guitar, sing in a whisper, play with a falsetto a bit, build up to the chorus only to kill absolutely all the momentum when it hits. This formula doesn't even sound good anymore when it's performed by the guy who made it. Imagine how bad it sounds when it's on top of what's supposed to be a rock song.
But I know that I'm never ever gonna change, and you know you don't want it any other way.
I mean, just listen to this. Listen to what they did to my boys.
To me, you know we need it like the air we breathe, yeah. I love you so much that I hate you. Right now it's so hard to blame you, 'cause you're so damn beautiful. It's so damn beautiful. Is it easier to say? Is it easier to go? I don't wanna know, but I know that I'm never ever gonna change, and you know that you're always gonna stay the same.
The original is so big, it's a blowout, it's exhilarating. The remix sounds more like an experiment than a song. It's weird, it's tense with no real payoff. I mean, look at the video, they're literally trapped in a fucking cave. What more explanation do you need? Do you guys remember the Drake and Josh movie? Where Drake has this fun little song he wrote with his band, he got a record deal, and they transformed the song to a monstrosity without his input or approval? That's what the industry is actually doing to 5 Seconds of Summer right now. I honestly thought Youngblood was a fluke, but as it turns out, Youngblood is what these guys have been, or at the very least wanted to be, the whole time. I really do hope these guys break out of whatever hell contract they're in right now, because, oh my god. Between Charlie Puth and the Chainsmokers, these guys are way better than they're allowed to be. Like, holy shit.
You can listen to it anywhere, on a bike or on a different bike.
I don't like Khalid. I don't like the way he sings. I don't like this weird thing he does with his beats where they don't sound real. His songs always sound gloomy and sad when they're not supposed to be, which particularly irritates me because every other song on the charts is already gloomy with full intent to be that way. We don't need some guy who keeps being gloomy by accident. Khalid is the man who made me understand why everyone hates millennials. His success is baffling and he will be remembered as a knockoff and a joke. But to be fair to him, he's also very good.
I'm good on the side, it's alright, just hold me in the dark.
I think I finally get it now. This is what every other Khalid song was trying to sound like the whole time. There's just something to be said about the mood this song puts out. The way it kind of sounds from the outside, you'd imagine it'd be really sad and kind of a drag, but then you actually listen to it and he sounds so relaxed. Very deep, soft-spoken kind of happiness. It's like he's got his arm around this girl and is just gazing at the stars. Sounds content. You did it! You finally did it. You finally made the song you've been trying to make for years now. So I guess you can leave now. See ya. Goodbye. Sayonara. Have a nice life. I won't miss you.
This is the best song ever made in the world.
This song was not a hit.
I heard you on the phone last night. We live and die by pretty lies, you know it. We both know it.
I wish people didn't forget about this song so fast. I felt the need to put it on here because if I didn't, then who else would? You know? This would just go completely unacknowledged, and that's really not fair. There's something so satisfying about the way these melodies kind of slide around. It's really well structured. They find a good groove, they use it 2 or 3 times, then they switch it up at the end to keep you fully engaged.
Well, there's broken silence by thunder crashing in the dark.
Alright, so there's the first line right there.
And there's broken records spinning less circles in the bar. Spin round.
Okay, so we have a pattern established.
This world can hurt you, it cuts you deep and leaves a scar. Things fall apart, but nothing breaks like a heart.
Whoa. Wow. I'm surprised. I need to process this. Give me a second.
You can dance to it anytime in the morning or with your arms.
I like this. It's a good pop song. It's tight, it's bouncy, somehow both fun and ethereal. It's like a tribute to every single decade at once. And it's climbing the charts right now, which, yeah, cool. Dua Lipa is something special. We should probably keep her around.
This is the best song ever made in the world.
A lot of people call Maroon 5 a disappointing band, but are they really that anymore? Like, how long does it take for a consistently disappointing band to just become normally bad? Whatever spark these guys had on Songs About Jane has gone from bonfire to glistening ember to lump of dirt a long time ago. Now it's a little fossilized stone, a mere suggestion of its former self. Dug up and placed in a museum where millions can see it, but no one actually values it. It's so weird. They've never been more popular than they are right now, but I've literally never heard a single person mention them in real life. They may have been tallying up hit after hit for years, but what does it matter exactly when every single one of them ranges from genuinely horrible rot to decent but insignificant radio fodder? I'd given up hope for these guys a long time ago. It's safe to say I wasn't alone in having absolutely zero expectations for them. And then, a few months ago, they released Memories, one of their best songs yet. Yes, I'm serious.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not, 'cause the dreams bring back all the memories.
I've seen many of my friends express total exasperation seeing the song rise to the top 5 on the charts so quickly. It's kind of a mystery, you know? Of course all the radio stations are eating it up, but why is it getting streams? Who's listening to this? Who's actively seeking it out? So why exactly is this song so good? The answer is that it's not. Not even a little bit. Both the chords and the melody are directly and unambiguously ripped straight from Pachelbel's canon. The lyrics are vague and at times incomprehensible.
And I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop.
And the vocals aren't even good, they're just normal. Which is good for Maroon 5, yeah, but you'd still be way better off choosing to listen to almost anyone else. But despite all of these glaring problems, being honest with myself, if this is a list of the songs I've enjoyed the most over the past several months, Memories deserves to be where it is. I don't get it. There's really nothing special about it. But I like it. A lot. makes me feel nice and comfortable and calm. When I'm mad, it calms me down. You know, not a lot of songs do that. Maybe I'm just too forgiving. Maybe I like to root for the overdog, you know? I don't know. You don't know. No one knows. Knowing things is a myth. It's not real. You can't know things.
Memories bring back your.
Other songs make people dance like Beyonce and M&M's.
2019 was the year that Post Malone finally became president. Post Malone has always been wildly popular despite everything about him. Something about the way he mumbles and sulks just seems to connect with people, and I never really got it before. But it's safe to say I do now. He spent years churning out hit after hit after hit, and you know, most of them were good. Wow, good song. Rockstar, good song. Goodbyes, good song. Congratulations, good song. Sunflower, song. But now that Circles hit #1, he finally has a hit that feels massive and career-defining, one that pretty much everyone can agree. Yeah, that's a great song. Seriously, name one person who hates this song. You can't, because they're dead. I just killed them. I don't know, it's just self-evidently really good. I love all the chords. I like the way his voice sounds. I like the reverb. That is some good reverb right there. It's warm, it's soft, it's somehow intensely relaxing. It's like Xanax, only it doesn't ruin your life. I'm glad it hit #1. It deserved that.
But they're not the best song ever made in the world.
This song was also not a hit. But it should have been.
Every time I turn around, you disappear.
2019 wasn't a bad year for music, not by a long shot, but Jesus Christ, it needed a song like this.
Blow your mind, just come with me, I swear I'm gonna take you somewhere.
Something to cut through all the fog machines and 808s. I mean, that feeling of being suspended in a warm, dark, comfortable room, you know, it's nice. It's a nice feeling. It's inviting, it's relaxing, but it gets overwhelming. Every now and then, you gotta open the blinds, let some light in, get out of bed, brush your teeth, live your goddamn life, find a girl, have sex, then never talk to her again. He is my favorite kind of pop artist, the kind that just doesn't really seem to give a shit about success and numbers and just makes whatever sounds good to him. Also, he just seems like a really cool guy. Fun to be around.
She's not very good at this. She's left the phone behind.
Watching the One Direction split play out has been... I know absolutely nothing about One Direction. I just don't care about One Direction, and I'm not going to pretend that I do. I get the general impression, please let me know if I'm anywhere in the ballpark here, that Zayn kind of flamed out, Harry found success in his own little niche, Liam Payne is just absolutely embarrassing himself, and Niall is kind of quietly owning it. It is so interesting to see Liam Payne just desperately flailing around trying to capture some cool, dignified, mature tone and failing miserably. Meanwhile, Niall masters it without even trying. But that's a story for another day.
If you like listening to songs with your ears, well, this is the song for you.
So there's this show on Netflix. It's called Black Mirror. Probably haven't heard of it.
Oh, honey, I'll do anything for you. Oh, honey.
I hear a lot of people say how ironic it is that this song charted. They say it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's supposedly ironic that they tried to make a bad pop song on purpose to demonstrate that pop music is bad. People bought it because they actually liked it. They're so stupid. Well, if they were trying to make a bad pop song, they definitely fucked it up. Here's my theory. They were trying to make a good pop song, and they succeeded.
'Cause I'm going down in history. Hey, oh, I'm on a roll.
The production here is immaculate. Everything has a real impact. The synth riff on the verses, the choppy build-up, the key change out of the chorus, that little affected vocal clip that keeps popping in and out to give this whole thing kind of a non-human vibe. It is a hell of an experience. If Ariana Grande released this, you'd all love it. It'd probably still be on the charts. These creators, they're not stupid. If they wanted to make a bad pop song, they would have done that. They wanted to make a song that would make people go, I am led to believe, from context, that I'm supposed to hate this, but I actually like it. Wow, that's funny. I'm gonna go watch the episode now. Worked on me. But honestly, I think the reason this song resonates with me so much is the way I discovered it. Because immediately after listening to this song, I came across some clip on YouTube of the ending of the episode, with Miley singing the quote-unquote real version of the song, which is just Head Like a Hole by 9 Inch Nails. Okay, so I guess On a Roll is some kind of parody of Head Like a Hole? I guess that's kind of clever. It's a song about greed. I guess maybe the episode is about the greed of the pop industry. Alright, sounds interesting. I guess I'll check it out. Then I actually watched the episode, and I saw that one scene where they used that machine to take the grungy songs straight from Miley's brain and turn them into manufactured pop songs.
See the animal in the cage you built.
Pitch shift?
See the animal
Increase the positivity?
you built. Spotlight on me shining strong.
And then I realized, holy shit, On a Roll isn't a cover of Head Like a Hole. It is Head Like a Hole. It is Head Like a Hole after it's been run through that machine. This isn't a parody, this is an anti-cover. I can't think of anything else like this. Suddenly, everything about the song made sense. The way the chorus starts with some nonsense filler noise, because I guess there were just no matches. The word verb is awkwardly placed in there too, as a little artifact of the machine's imperfection, searching through some rhyming dictionary without taking the time to consider if it actually makes sense in the language. I assumed all these little kinks were intentionally included to make fun of the laziness of pop music, but as it turns out, no, they're intentionally included to signify that it's auto-generated. It's so convincing I honestly started to forget that the machine from the episode doesn't actually exist. It's genius. It's honestly genius. I don't know, maybe I'm just stupid for being impressed by a Black Mirror episode. Actually, no. No, you know what? No, fuck that. No self-deprecation this time. I'm gonna be a man. I stand by my analysis. Come get me. I dare you.
You can listen to it while you jog or while you're running away from cars.
So you're a tough guy, like you're really rough guy, just can't get enough guy.
It is so sad to me that Bad Guy is Billie Eilish's biggest hit song and that it probably will be for a very long time. I don't like it. Billie Eilish is something special. Bad Guy is not. Is it a good song? Yeah, sure. It's bouncy. It's fun. But it's weird. Billie Eilish was 17 when she wrote this song. It is a song about how she likes to seduce older guys. It was co-written by her brother, her older brother, who has a girlfriend who looks a lot like Billie. But I mean, to be fair, a lot of girls look just like Billie. I don't know. I also hate the little duh in the chorus.
I'm the bad guy.
Duh.
I know it makes the song for a lot of people, but for me it just throws off the tone. It makes me kind of dread the chorus instead of anticipating it. Yeah, it's just not really her best single. It's this one. This one is her best single.
Don't you know I'm no good for you?
You ever hear a song that just leaves you speechless?
I've learned to lose, you can't afford to.
It is rare that a song uses silence as an instrument so effectively.
Tore my shirt to stop you bleeding.
It almost feels wrong to talk over this, or I guess talk in between this. It's one of those songs that doesn't hit nearly as hard if you're not completely absorbed into it and take everything in.
I could lie, say I like it like that, like it like that.
You really are better off just listening to it on your own. There's nothing I can add, you know, my commentary has limits.
But this is the best song ever made in the world.
Hey, remember when I said that When the Party's Over is Billie Eilish's best single? Yeah.
Keep you in the dark. What had you expected? Me to make you my art and make you a star and get you connected.
Yep, Billie Eilish top 2. Billie Eilish top 2, everyone. Yeah, whatever. She deserves it.
Your top would be something that shouldn't be said out loud.
I actually was gonna put When the Party's Over at number 1 for a while, but then I listened to this song at a high volume in a car on a lonely road at night, and yeah, there's really no contest. This song is terrifying and exhilarating. It has such an amazing feel of control and suspense. Everything I've ever said about The Hills, multiply that by 25.
I wanna end me. I wanna end me.
Saying more about this song almost feels like a spoiler. It's not something to be talked about, it's something to be experienced. Go, turn off the lights, get some speakers that rattle. This song doesn't need me to speak for it.
Care for me when we all fall asleep. Where do we go?
Well, I'm about to find out. Good night, everyone.